Hi, my awesome little light workers. How you doing today? So I want to do a little reading, a little catch up, I guess, from the last month when I've done a reading. Obviously, these are all timeless, but I have noticed because we've all been putting in the hard work and raising our frequency that some of us, and this may or may not happen to you, but there's more darkness trying to come in to get us off our soul track, I guess. And darkness being in any way like overthinking, overdoing, overworking, not focused on the soul self and what would bring value to your life, but also negative attachments, because the more we shine, just like a moth to a flame, the more we may attract heavy energies. So I just wanted to say that just so people don't feel alone with that, if that's what's happening to you. So if that's what's happening to you, cast a protection spell, sold around the home, black tourmaline crystals, any black crystals, protect, just like literally asking Archangel Michael to come in and protect your home and protect your energy. It's nothing to fear. Just keep your boundaries up by reclaiming your space every day. Incense in your home. Even if you're not experiencing anything, it might be just a good idea to do it. Not out of fear, you know, I'm not about pushing fear. It just might be a good thing, a good practice to get into. I think it's a good daily practice to clear your energy. You can do so in nature, call in extra protection. So I'll just, speaking of extra protection, you can call in Archangel Michael and he'll protect your home while you sleep, when you're out. He'll stay with loved ones for you, and there's plenty of him to go around, so don't ever worry about that. So we've got positive thoughts create positive results. The prayer is, divine love and wisdom, I call upon you now. I know that my mind and my emotions are eternally and consciously connecting to you. I ask my higher self to be aware and conscious of the love and light that is within every person in every situation. So yeah, even if, say, you attract lower vibrational people and stuff like that, like Michael's asking you not to fear it. And I guess, like, if we focus on, oh my God, these people just keep coming at me and it's driving me insane, we're putting more energy and intention to that. See yourself as, oh wow, I must be shining so brightly that people that need healing are drawn to me. That's like a better way to reframe those thoughts. And that's more of a healing thought than more of a, what would you call it? Then I guess it's like a negative toxic thought, because when we have those thoughts, and rightfully so, but it's not helping you. It's, you know, it's just not helping you. So do what will help you. What other messages do you have for us, Michael? Let me get one more time. Okay, we've got it's time to leave this unhealthy situation. Archangel Michael, what parts of my life do I need to focus on more closely right now? Thank you for helping me hear your answers and for giving me the courage to make healthy changes in my life. So some of you might be actually holding on to toxic situations that, you know, you need to let go of, or a toxic belief or a toxic way of being, or past patterning, the way you think is not healthy for you. Let's show you that card. In order to keep raising our vibration, we constantly will be challenged to let things go, like constantly, like almost nearly every day. This energy is building and gaining momentum. So we're being asked, oh, butterflies! Distracted much? Usually I see the white ones, but this is one of those black and brown ones. Ah, isn't that nice? Transformation. Speaking of butterflies, rebirth. Like, it's constantly, the energy is building and we need to release it. It's like, okay, yep, we're going to get stuff coming up all the time, like old thoughts and old energy, and go, okay, cool, this is coming up now for a reason. I'll release that. I don't need to do anything with it. It just wants me to like love it instead of repelling it, instead of going, I don't want to think about that again. It's hanging around. Hi guys. Let's try to get in. I'm busy, little butterfly. Okay. And we've got guarded and protected. Thank you for protecting my loved ones and me, ensuring we're safe in all that our needs are being met. I now accept your help gratefully and gracefully, knowing that it's right for me and all others to accept heavenly assistance. For those of you that are struggling with finances, we're being asked to be okay with that. If you're struggling, there's some sort of healing that needs to happen within that. There's almost like a reset. Okay, this is an example, which is weird, but this is what's happened to me recently. So with my car, I think I had a bad batch of petrol because it smells like really bad. It doesn't normally smell like that. So I'm trying to empty out the whole tank and wait till it gets to the red light so I can refill it up with different petrol to get all the icky petroleum out of my car, right? And that's what they're giving me. It's the same thing with the money. It's almost like you might have to go down to like hardly anything. And you may feel like this is only for like a limited people. This isn't like, stay tuned, this is what's happening. This is if you're just experiencing now. So it's almost like you have to go to zero to reset some sort of belief, or just some sort of energy needs to be reset. Like learning to trust the universe, which seems like a real cruel way to do it, right? But we only learn things when they're like super duper hard. And they're going to catch you when you think you're falling. That's just the message I'm getting. It's just for someone. So hopefully these messages help, and let me know if that applies to you. Moving along. It's like I'm getting the, I don't know. Should we say icky messages? But the thing is, if people are going through a hard time, they need support, right? I know how many times like I've needed some sort of support, and then you just listen to a reader. It's like, oh my God, that's the message I just needed to hear. I just needed to know that I'm not going crazy. I'm not going to drown. That I need to go with the flow and someone understands me. We've got adventures, community, and release. I'm just going to clarify the adventures card, which is fulfillment. Yeah, I feel like there's some sort of let's get the ick messages out of the way. All the harder ones. I feel like there is some sort of people that you could be with that needs to be released. There's some sort of habit, or there's some sort of projection onto you. If you can catch what that projection is via how certain people make you feel, and it could be you picking up on it energetically. This might not be aligned with you anymore. Whereas once, like you thought, the butterflies on there too. Whereas once you thought they were aligned, it's like you actually have to go fly off in your own direction. It's not for you anymore. Whatever used to be for you is not for you anymore. And you'll know, because this will resonate with you. And you just really need to release something. It's something you thought you always wanted, or the people you always wanted. And now you're like, I've grown. I don't need that anymore. I want to confirm the adventures fulfillment. I mean, other than the standard, obviously. But what type of adventure? Any adventure. Love, stretch and expand. Okay, so it's like getting past. Okay, so you've had these like, can we get them all in? See, they're all similar colors too. That orange, that's beautiful. Orange is very empowering. So you've had some sort of limiting belief on, okay, so say you wanted to travel around and, I don't know, make your own TV show. That would be like an adventure, right? But in your mind, the old construct is, oh, but I need someone to fund this or finance it, and then I need a film crew and this and that. And you actually wouldn't. You could do it yourself. So it's about, so once you change your perception on how whatever this adventure is for you, there's something that just keeps popping in your mind and you're like, can't afford that, can't do that, push that out. There's something that you want to run with that you've got an old perception of. But the thing is, you've got the power to do that now. You can start small. You've got the power to start that today. It may not look like this massive grand vision that you're kind of setting to achieve in the future, but you've got to start somewhere. You've got to start somewhere. Just like starting a YouTube channel. Your first subscriber is going to be you or your mum or whatever, you know what I mean? And it builds and gains momentum and it changes and it evolves and you figure out your niches and stuff like that. You got to try before you can get to the big thing, if that makes sense. So stretch and expand your perception and just dive in. Whatever this thought is for you, just dive on in and just start somewhere. And I know it's hard, but try not to have attachments to it. If this is to do with, making something, who knows, you could be starting a little crochet business. It could be anything. As long as you love it, that's all that matters, because some of us have supportive people around us. A lot of us won't, because when you're stretching and expanding, usually people will fall away because you might not have those supportive network of people. And they're not going to like when you change because they're not changing. That if people start instilling fear into you, that's when you need to move away from them. That's not healthy for your growth, because stretching and expanding leads us to our fulfillment. So we've got almost looks like a full moon here. So I feel like whatever is going to happen, whatever path of fulfillment you're wanting to step towards, you're going to get really clear around the next full moon. I like it. Let's get another massage. I just will make mistakes. I should have pulled it out. But imagine if we focused on our mistakes more than our achievements. And what makes a mistake a mistake? Do you know what I mean? I'm just sensing we really need to shift our perception of things. Are we, say if you want success, what are you attaching that to? Is that a numbers thing? Is it a feeling? Deep down, is it because I finally want my parents to be proud of me or notice me? I want the world to notice me? What is it? And you're allowed to have whatever it is you want to have. But it's good to know the real reason behind what you want. Just opened a whole can of worms there, didn't I? Choreograph those moves, baby, to get you to where you need to go. Okay, so that's a good example. So I used to choreograph. And I would do so, funnily enough, when I was driving. Also, when I was just doing day-to-day tasks, I could visualize it in my head because that's one of my gifts. So then I'd try and move in my head, or I'd try to dance it out. I'm like, no, it doesn't fit that music. It doesn't feel right. And then, I'd let the inspiration come until I felt it was the right move. Do you know what I mean? The wrong thing taught me more what the right thing feels like. So this is linked with the whole mistakes thing. It's not really a mistake. It's just guiding me to what feels right. And that's what, supposed mistakes are. So say if you start a business and it's not successful, and then you have to shut down everything and sell everything, that can feel like that would be a massive kick in the pants, right? That would feel horrid and you would have lost a lot of money. But was it a mistake, or was it, wow, I actually tried to start my business, and next time you might go in with a partner, or next time you might go to a different location, or next time you might, choose different goods. It doesn't mean you should totally quit it forever. It just, you tried something and it didn't work. It's not a mistake. It's just how you're looking at it. Usually mistakes, we look at it as a loss. Like, oh, I went out with that douchebag and, he totally screwed me over, equals, within me, I feel a loss of time, loss of energy, whatever it is for you. But look at what lessons did you get from that. Did it finally confirm to you like, oh my God, I keep picking the same loser type of person and I need to check myself before I wreck myself next time? Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's really, I feel like we need to change our perception on what a mistake is and reinforce it's not a mistake, you're learning. So I hope that resonated. Please let me know. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and check out my new documentary on my page. Okay, see ya.